Hi class, welcome to Is458. I'm Professor Fahmi for your lecture 2. Today we'll be covering commoditization of IT. So let's begin. Okay. So does it really matter? The question you ask. Okay, according to Nicholas Carr, it is difficult to imagine a more perfect commodity than a byte of data. As information technology, power, and ubiquity has grown, its strategic importance has diminished. So we can see this in real life. For example, let's take example of the iPhone. Uh, as it progresses from the first to today, we have the latest model, which is 11 Pro Max. The price of the first iPhone could be the same as, or could be more to the current iPhone. And if you and the value of the first few iPhone is lesser. Okay, so that's technology, right? So as it progress, the technology that was used to be the pioneer has diminished its value. Okay, as we progress through the years. Okay, so what driving forces? In terms of advanced technology, we have outsourcing, right? Companies tend to outsource, especially manufacturing, to China, for example, for iPhone, in order to make more profit. Okay? We have cloud computing, companies like Salesforce, Amazon.com, right? SaaS is technically a service company, is a software of service, a third party, similar to cloud computing. Alternative, we have infrastructure IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service, or PaaS, platform as a service. Not forgetting, we have open source framework, okay, and software. For example, WordPress. Today you can technically create a website quickly through buying themes on the online. Okay, and there is not much coding that you need to do, just customization, drag and drop, cut and paste, things like that. So having said that, it has indirectly empowered customer. Okay, with smartphone, there's plenty of app we can talk about. For example, Shop Advisor, yeah, Price Grabber, right? As with technology today, the smartphone, user are able to choose different types of app that would benefit them, that give them value. Okay, price and quality ratings comparison website, Bizrate, for example, the Shopzilla. Okay, as a consumer or customer, we want the best value for money, right? There are, these are certain apps that help them to shop around. Deal website, Sleek Deals, Fat Wallet, right? Just to name a few. Coupon website, Retail.me. Okay? Those are some examples. Infrastructure in the past. Okay, in the olden days, prior to the advancements of technology, we have the railroad, the telegraph, where people send messages over telephone wire, where they use telegraph, okay, like Morse code, okay, electric grid. Okay, these are primitive technology. Okay. Today with the new infrastructure, broadband. We have VPN, virtual private network, voice over IP, VoIP, SAN, and CPU. Okay? And also we have fiber, not forgetting wireless. Okay? As for software, we have CMS, customer management system, CRM, customer relationship management, SEO, search engine optimizer, and web analytics. These are some soft tools that's available today to enhance the website. So here they say technology replication cycle is getting shorter and shorter as hardware and software costs decline faster and knowledge and best practice spread wider. See, there's example like I mentioned, Moore's law, technology advance every 18 or 24 months. Today we see gadgets or mobile phone devices are getting smaller, faster, and some of them are getting cheaper, right? So does it matter? Okay. Again, Nicholas Carr mentioned, indeed, as a strategy value of technology fades, the skill with which it is used on a day-to-day basis may well be even more important to the company's success. Okay. Here, you need to take a look at the value that a particular technology will benefit the customer or consumer in order to stay ahead of the rest. Okay. So having said that, when is a good time for a good idea, for example? Okay. Here we see a curve of innovation adoption. Okay. Everett Rogers first described, okay, this is basically a technology life cycle. It's a bell curve, 1962. So the first part, which is the beginning part, innovator, 2.5%. Right. As we progress, the early movers, early adopters is 13.5, and when it peaks, there's a demand, for example, the golden era, okay, where majority seek for that particular technology or product, is 34%. Having peak, okay, then the downfall, the squeeze, the late majority, okay, is 34%, and as it decline, consolidation is 16%. Okay, technically this is a chasm. Okay? So this basically shows the from innovation to commodity, right? It becomes a normal. Okay, when smartphone, for example, was invented, first it became something valuable, but today it's like a commodity, like you can get it everywhere. Okay, even developing country are using it. Okay, so crossing the chasm. Okay, according to the book, Crossing the Chasm. Okay, most startup, okay, opportunity is the best early, see, before the market is saturated. So in most early adopters of technology, they tend to enter, okay, when just after the chasm. Okay, so but if just a good example is for example prior to WhatsApp, the app, the communication app, we have Viber. So Viber was the pioneer, and a lot of people were using Viber to do their communication. But after a while, WhatsApp app came, and it was a, a rookie, but after a while, Viber had some technological uh, problems, and most of their calls between customer to customer, C to C, are having problem connection, and it's not clear. People are having trouble, a lot of downtime, and from there, customer or user started to switch from Viber to WhatsApp. See, so that's where the entrance come in. Okay, yeah. More described in the chasm as Goldilocks times of the enter market. Okay, right, like I mentioned earlier. So cost of technology over here, like I mentioned earlier, okay, according to also Mark Shuster, for example, a GPR partner observed that it now costs 1,000 times less to build a comparable business than just 10 years ago. Here you see the graph, okay, from 2000 to 2012, from 500, from 5 million, okay, hosting commodity, and is gradually coming down to 5,000. Okay, this is basically due to the advancement of technology. Okay, so things are getting cheaper. Switch off emphasized over time. Okay, as technology commoditized, okay, its competitive significance diminish, and advantage shift to those who break through the noise of increased competition, right? So as the technology decrease, okay, you see the marketing increase. Okay, you need to market, okay, the old technology, for example. For example, iPhone needs to market more in order to push their product, even though they are already well known, okay, but they still need to market aggressively to have a market share. So active domain name, for example, the problem, there are 10 times more active host name today than in 2005. Okay, the new challenge is being significant amidst too much competition. Okay, so I think we see that common. See, we have millions of website, okay, as compared to the earlier 90s. Okay, today you have many types of website that you never heard of. Okay, so that's the competition, and every website try to outdo each other by having a competitive name, but at the same time adding value to the customer. So when is a good time? See, so what we learn today, okay, technology is a key early innovation life cycle, but eventually become commoditized. Okay, right? Uh, the late the latest technology like 10 years ago is now common. Okay, timing is critical to innovation success. Good timing forgives a lot of mistake. Okay, so for example, you need the Viber and the WhatsApp example. Okay, being too early is a bad as being too late. Okay, you need to find the right time to enable to release your product successfully. Okay, let's take a look at this video, if I can play it. Let's take a look at this video.
This is a test of selective attention. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball. How many passes can you count? The correct answer is 15 passes. But did you see the gorilla? This video is from research by Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris and is copyrighted. It is available for use in talks, training, and teaching on DVDs from VisCog Productions. Learn more at theinvisiblegorilla.com.
All right. So, having watched the video, okay, when asked to focus on the counting ball, okay, so most of the participants did not realize the gorilla. Okay, technically saying that opportunity was missed because they were too focused on the problem. Okay, this is according to Dr. Richard Simon. See, in most cases, entrepreneur or businesses tend to be focused on too laser pointed, means they are laser focused on certain things rather than looking at the big picture. Yeah? In order to have good timing and a good strategy, okay, the individual needs to have a open view and are able to see the big picture, okay, to benefit the company or himself, right? So technically that's insight. Okay, focus on finding problem that needs to be solved. Okay, not the process or the art of solving. Okay, so in most businesses, okay, you need to be able to be a problem solver. Okay, and it's technically the demand. Okay, if you are able to supply the demand or solve the problem, you are on a head start. Okay, so here they say focusing on helping others not making money. Okay, technically helping others in terms of business is a volunteer work. Okay, right, and there's no profit to it. So then again, we fall back to supply and demand. Okay, once you know the demand, okay, you are able to fit in the product or the service in between to close the gap for the customer. Right? So in terms of lucky factor, right? According to the lucky factor, okay, luck is something that you can be learned. Okay, it's available to anyone willing to pay attention. Okay? Point one, they say maximize your chance opportunity. Okay, some people are not only more aware of opportunity, but are also more open to those opportunity that seize upon them as they arise. Okay? Take a look like the the Apple MacBook, for example. When Steve Jobs created the PC together with Bill Gates, yeah, both of them saw that there is a potential business for the personal computer. and most of the consumer will thinking that, why do I need a computer? What is it used for? But they foresee that the PC could be very beneficial and add value to individual. Having said that, if you look at most businesses or offices in the olden days, they are using typewriter. See, and with the concept of typewriter on every desk in the office, yeah, both of them, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, are able to foresee that having a PC or a desktop on every desk could eventually increase productivity and hence making them more profitable, and changing the typewriter into a personal computer, which today every home or every schools, every desk has one. Okay? So that's the vision that they have. Okay, so listen to your lucky intuition sometimes. Okay, lucky people tend to be following inner intuition and trust that good things will occur by doing so. Okay, so for every entrepreneur, every businessman, um, there is this drive that and belief that their product could add value to customer and consumer. And with that belief, they tend not to burn out quickly, you see. And with sheer dedication and commitment, we have companies like Amazon, okay, like Google, Facebook, okay. So these are companies that thrive through strong determination and belief, okay, in their values for the customer. Okay. Point three, expect good fortune. Okay, it's not just seeing the opportunity; it is a faith in pursuing it. Okay, some founder go through religiously, okay, in building their companies, okay, through day and night they do that. Okay. Point four, turn bad luck into good. Okay, lucky people tend to handle bad news more positively, which could lead to their success next time. Okay, I think all of us know that opening up a new company or setting up a new company or startup is not very easy, and you tend to fail every time. Okay, one after another. Okay, and it's normal, and you learn quickly from your mistake. Okay? Else there be so many companies all over the world if it's very easy. Okay? And this is basically a learning process, and it's good that you, if most entrepreneurs could start young, where they have the time to make mistake and learn quickly, and through proper guidance and advice through their professor or consultant, they could make it big. Okay. So how an entrepreneur get lucky? Okay. Point one, always keep an eye and open mind to new startup opportunities. Okay. How you do that? By reading tech magazine, join a community, find a mentor, okay, talk to peers, join a club, okay, right. Seek funding, okay. Uh, Next, follow intuition. Okay, we mentioned earlier. Okay, follow your inner intuition, which built upon understanding your customer needs. Okay, domain expertise. experiences, and external environment. Okay, these are traits that you mostly learn through experience. Number 3, have faith for success and read other entrepreneur success story. Okay, some entrepreneurs, they like to read the failures of other people, so it shorten the gap of their mistake. Okay, have faith in your own success someday. Okay, you must have the will and perseverance in doing your business or product, okay, right, through determination and persistence. The last point, be optimist. Okay, 80% of startup will fail in the first year. That's a norm. Okay, so stay positive and keep on trying different approaches. Okay, let's take a look at blue ocean strategy. The only way to beat the competition is to stop trying to beat the competition. You can't beat them, you join them. Okay, as for red ocean, industry boundaries are defined and accepted. Okay, and the competitive rules of the game are known. Okay, companies caught in the red ocean follow a conventional approach. They are very conservative in their approach. Okay, racing to beat the competition by building a defensive position, okay, within the existing industrial order, right? So certain company, when they see their competitor doing something, they try to mimic or replicate what they are doing rather than doing something new. Okay, okay, in blue ocean, competition is irrelevant because the rules of the game are waiting to be set. Okay, instead of focusing on beating the competition, okay, the creator of the blue ocean focus on making the competition irrelevant by creating a leap, okay, in value for buyers and your company, okay, thereby opening up the new uncontested market space. Okay, here technically companies in blue ocean, they tend to reinvent themselves, right, to be unique uh, in their selling point. Okay, next take a look at purple cow. Okay, the current market rules will ultimately lead to failure in crowded marketplace. Okay, fitting in is for failing. Okay, in a busy marketplace, not outstanding out is the same as being invisible. Okay, here they say that you cannot be the same type of player or business that other people are doing. You need to reinvent yourself, okay, to add value to your competitor. So once you manage to create something truly remarkable, okay, the challenge is to do two things at the same time. Okay, milk the cow for everything it's worth. Okay, figure out how to extend it and profit from it as long as possible. Okay, when you see your product is selling very good, okay, try to enhance it as compared to your competitor. Point 2, okay, create an environment where you are likely to invent a new purple cow in time to replace the first one when its benefit inevitable trail off. Okay, with enhancement or reinvention of your current product, okay, you can outdo many things, okay, even your competitor. So lesson learned, okay, opportunity blindness occurs when too busy and too focused on the problem, right? Number 2, stay positive and follow intuition. Number 3 is focus on helping others, not making money. So like mentioned earlier, okay, is to create value, okay, to your services, your product, okay, not stuff. How to create value? Okay, if I went to a group of consumer, ask them if I should sell a cup $4 cup of coffee, what would they have told me? Okay, this was what Starbucks CEO Howard Schwartz said. Okay. So today we see a lot of Starbucks franchise all over, not only in the States, even around the world. Okay, basically is to create value to the customer. Another example between Amazon and Acme Books. So which one will you choose? So books is basically something like a commodity. Okay, so in terms of Amazon, okay, we have a lot of selection, fast shipping, easy return policy, okay, and dependable, right? No doubt about it. Okay, so that's the value they have as compared to Acme Book. Here we have illustration of the two. Okay, according to Tony Hayes, Zeppo shoes. Okay, we asked ourselves what we wanted this company to stand for. Okay, we didn't want to sell just shoes. Okay, I wasn't even into shoes, but I was passionate about customer service. Okay, that is their value that they put in. Right. Okay, next we have an article for iPhone. You see, this is common between fans and user. Each time iPhone release a new model, there will be lines of people trying to grab hold of the new product. Okay, because they know the value of the product, okay, and the readability of the software. Okay. Top by hiccups or hang. Next is to create value, not stuff. Okay, inside, for example, proactive design your business, starting with identifying real values for your customer and what activity you need to focus on it. Okay, so once you know what the customer need and wants, you are able to design your service and product in order to fit the demand, right? Okay, some lesson learned. Focus on increasing value for customer, selling the value chain, not commodity. Proactive define your business, customer function, and value you create. Okay, next we talk about not to be a product in search of market. Okay, so don't make a mistake of inventing a product without a market. Means there is no demand for the supply. Okay, there is no demand for the product. Okay, so you're wasting time and money and effort too. Okay, so you need to understand the market audience, right? According to Steve Blank, no business plan survives first contact with person. Okay, get out of the building and talk to your customer. Okay, right. So a good business or good business leader will communicate to the customer. Okay, I remember JetBlue, or yeah, the CEO was going down to the ground, to the planes, talking to the customer, to the passenger, asking them feedback on how they can further improve their service, and even to the cleaners, helping them to clean the aircraft, how they can do it faster, more efficient, to increase productivity, turnaround time of the plane. Okay? So those are detailed work that most leaders do. Okay. Next we have lean methodology. Okay, so it's a cycle, basically from build, okay, learn, measure, feedback, okay, and it's a constant loop, okay, where every product, okay, goes through a phase where there is a learning curve and then improve as it progress. Okay, like you see a lot of models, for example the phone, automobiles, okay, uh, website. Okay. Next, not to pivot, okay, right? But lean is not efficient for early stage greenfield market discovery. If you find yourself pivoting frequently, then it's a misstep. Technically, this is basically you need to keep changing your product, your service, your processes, which is not very healthy in most company. So if you see your company or yourself doing that, you better stop what you're doing, and so you can do a research or try to see what's the problem behind uh, the frequent changes. So is there a better way? Okay, there must be a more efficient way. So this is to discover the market opportunity, right? Okay, next we take a look at poem framework. Okay, here imagine an object inside a box and a few holes in the box to look through. If you look through all the holes, however, you can start up construction a rough idea what's inside. So in most startup or entrepreneur, okay, they have a vague idea of the product or services, and having a vision and with other team member or other entrepreneur, uh, they need to brainstorm and try to create together the product, and slowly piece by piece to build up the end result. Okay, here the poem framework comprises of, okay, business model and vertical market, right? There are 7 business model, okay, and there are 5 forces in the market, right? So what are they? Okay, in the matrix we have product, service, trade, subscription, marketplace, brokerage, and ecosystem. Okay, next we have real estate, education, small business, marketing, finance. So the point framework is used to see where does the product or the services fall in. Okay, here we have the scorecard. Okay, as you go through the question, okay, you will grade, right? What's the outcome and what's the possibility of having the product in the market. Okay? So we have the poem framework evaluation. You can go to the website to check out. Okay, what are hot right now and what are just starting. Okay, we all know social media. Okay, Facebook, IG, right? TikTok. Oh no, TikTok is banned here. Okay, a mobile phone, iOS, Android, big data, factual, online learning, D2L. We have, okay, Moodles, Coursera. 3D printing also is also upcoming. Bioinformatics, basically is speaking, especially during the pandemic. wearable gadget, smartwatches, Google Glasses, internet TV, and many others. I think that's where your ideas come in, to see the demand. Okay, so let's take a look at part 2, online business model. Okay, so here we have the 7 fundamentals. The business model archetypes. Okay, color similar to color wheels, 3 primary: product, service, and trade. Okay, so this is used to see where does your product falls into. Okay, business model prototype. Okay, some example, we have e-commerce, SAP. Okay, lead generation, the list of companies. Okay, so these are basic categories of website that they have in the internet today, right? So what we learn, understand the fundamental archetypes of online business, their key value, strategy, example, and market segment. Study and analyze established business. Okay, understand the core. Okay, rather than building something similar, you might want to create something new. Alright then, that's pretty much it for the class. If you have any question, please email me or drop by my office. Thank you very much, and please stay safe. Bye bye.